I think it's a very interesting question. Well, fortunately, I don't want to use the word unfortunately, I fortunately have been working in two of the large old plants. Heavy Engineering Corporation, I'm sure many of you would never have gone there. It's a huge plant. Each plant has got more than 2 kilometers long, okay? And it's an old plant. So it's a very old plant. The plant was actually bought from Russia as it is, so a totally brand new plant. Similarly, Walchandnagar Industries Limited. So you find in both these places machines which are very, very old. Okay? So your question is very important. Now, when I was heading both these companies, the challenge was, what do we do? Should we keep those old machines? Those old machines are real workhorses. But for machining an item, they may take 10 shifts, whereas today I can get the same thing machined in maybe half a shift. Okay, so it's a big, a challenge for the management, for the chief executive. What do we do? Do we modernize those machines, or do we not modernize those machines and still run with it? In a normal case, we could have run with it, but today, when we want to give fillip to the manufacturing sector in the country and become a global manufacturing power center, I think it is high time these machines have to be replaced. There can be always a balance. Some of those large machines, HEC, for example, had a machine of almost 50 meters long. 50 meters, you can imagine, it is like half a hockey field. So it's a huge machine. Anyway. So what I wanted to emphasize here is that the need of the hour is today we will have to slowly remove some of those assets or replace those assets. A combination of the existing assets and the new assets are needed. Jobs which can take time, they can go on machining, you can put in an old machine and do that. When we talk about India becoming a global manufacturing center, it is essential that we adopt global technologies. Emotions do not play any role in it. Many times it's an emotional decision to discard an old huge machine. But I think emotions do not play a role today. It has to be very practical. So the latest modern industry 4.0 methodologies, automation, IoTs, I think these are all very essential, and the last 9 months of COVID has actually taught us that even in a manufacturing industry, to be successful, automation is the only way where companies can go ahead. So, to answer your question, definitely old companies have to really slowly change the mindset, change the machines, one by one. It may be not possible for overnight to change all the old machines to a new machine. It's not possible. So my philosophy in my last organization was that selectively certain areas which we can go and change and bring in new machines and new methodologies. Industry 4.0 automation is a must. So this is one point. But having said that, it is also, I want to put two more points into this particular question, because when we talk about old companies, we normally, and we talk about becoming a global manufacturing center, we normally tend to only look at large companies, maybe an L&T, maybe Walton, maybe BHL, maybe Godrej, all those large companies who are in the manufacturing sector. But I think the emphasis is, or the criticality is more on the SMEs or MSMEs, because large companies can really make some investment, do something and bring new technology. But to be successful in the manufacturing sector, and here I would want Pro Energy to really become a proactive into this particular area, because the success of the final product is not the main large engineering company. Success or the quality of the final product will be only the SMEs or MSMEs who are actually going to supply to this tier 1, tier 2 company. Number one. Today the mentality of an MSME is I am only a subcontractor. So even if there are 100 parts are there, if say 10 is rejected, it doesn't matter. I'll make another 10 and give it to them. So they're actually already bringing their level down and they never want to increase the level. So my point here is, which is very, I am very passionate about that the quality standards, quality consciousness, what is there in a tier 1, tier 2 company, the smallest MSME should also follow the same methodology in terms of quality, in terms of machine. Now that will entail, today what happens is, we talked about large old companies. You look at most of the MSMEs, they have 1 machine, 2 machines, which they buy it and they run that machines, all the 3 shifts. No. For us to be successful, it is very important that the MSMEs also go and get the same most modern machines, implement Industry 4.0 in MSMEs. We talk about large industries, but I am saying in a small manner, we go on implementing the modern methodologies of manufacturing into these MSMEs, which is very large number. This will be one of the biggest success achievements of the Indian manufacturing sector. Having said these 2 points, I just want to add 1 point, which is not in your question, but I think, ultimately, this Atmanirbhar Bharat, it's for whom? It is for us. When I'm saying us, it is for the country, it is for the manufacturing, it is for the people. To make it successful, it is very essential that everybody plays a part. Industry can play a part, academic institutions can play a part, but I think the government should also play a very important role in this. One, obviously, government is doing its role by, not allowing imports, say, for example, on the first list of 105. They're all good. It's a good positive. But what I'm saying is, when I mentioned about old companies wanting to bring in new technology, MSMEs increasing the level of technology or their machining, or the latest machine, I think financial assistance from the government for this is very, very crucial. Because manufacturing sector per se does not make money. Manufacturing per se has got a lot of competition. And the cost of finance is so high. Many do not even make that much money in terms of profitability. So that is one reason why the manufacturing sector doesn't come up. So my submission is, you may like to put it, I think you have to actually propagate this, that for companies who want to invest in CapEx, particularly for bringing in automation, bringing in Industry 4.0, the government can give a subsidy either in terms of the interest rate and any other modalities could be there. So some subsidy has to be given by the government, which will automatically enhance the level of the manufacturing sector's capability.